Hey guys, and welcome back to another memory plan with me. Today I'm memory planning for the week of August 23rd through the 29th, and the kit I'm using is called Santorini by Sticker Guru.
Say you love me, say you don't. Just give me something so I can move on. Pull me closer or push me away. Let me know if we'll be okay. 'Cause I can't stand another moment of you playing with my mind. I'm so tired of never knowing, so spell it out. 'Cause I won't stay awake till morning, I won't stay another night. If you're feeling something for me, say it now. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. 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 I've been patient with your love. Sometimes you don't show it enough. And I wish you could open up and take my worry in and make it stop. 'Cause I can't stand another moment of you playing with my mind. I'm so tired of never knowing, so spell it out. 'Cause I won't stay awake till morning, I won't stay another night. If you're feeling something for me, say it now. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. Say it now. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. I can't wait. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever.
Okay, so for this plan with me, I actually thought I am going to have a little story time about a school in Germany, like how different the school in Germany is, because nothing really happened this week, and it's been so long that yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about when it comes to the spread. I mainly used my icons as well as Papershire, WhiteDeerStationery, and then a couple GP Studio, and I used one icon from 𝕃𝔼𝕋𝕊. And also what I'm putting down right now are the bouquet lights that I released as $2 Tuesdays yesterday, and they will come to the shop permanently as full-size sheets later on, but that will be when I come back from my little vacation. I will be in California for about a week, and my shop will be closed. My shop will actually reopen on Halloween for a Halloween sale. I will not be back until November 2nd, but I still wanted to have a sale because everyone loves a good sale. And yeah, and a lot of things after the sale will retire, like the Halloween kits, and yeah, but more details obviously later. And you can always follow me on Instagram for details about the shop or shop related things. But also quickly for the top portion of the spread, like above the day covers, I use those. I do not know what they're called. Dandelions? I think those are dandelions. I don't know. I always had the German name in my head, so sometimes it's like hard to remember. Like florals and stuff like that, it's just really hard to remember for me, because you know those are not things I use on a daily. So, and in case you didn't know, English is not my first language. My first language is actually German, so I get confused sometimes. But yeah, I used those were on a freebie with Rachel of Gathered Plans, and like a long time ago. And I've always wanted to use them, but I never really had a reason to use them, if that makes sense. But I thought, because I didn't have like deco, because it is a photo kit, I just thought it's nice to use. And the bows were by NettyDesigns, and I know obviously dandelions have nothing to do with the spread. This is like like photos of Greece, but you know, I think it still matched well. But yeah, I wanted to talk about a school in Germany, because one exciting thing that happened was on Wednesday. I FaceTimed with my friends, and well, two of my best friends in Germany. One is Anna, and the other one is Alina, and the three of us have been friends ever since 7th grade, actually. But we've known each other since 5th grade, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it, because so in Germany, 1 through 4th grade is elementary school, and 5th grade and upwards is everything is high school. It's like one big thing. We don't have a middle school. Maybe some places do, but for the most part we don't have middle school in Germany. Like I said, it's just elementary school, and then you go straight to high school, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, that's just how it is. And basically there are a lot of smaller villages, or like smaller towns. They're not really villages, and those usually have their all have their own elementary school. But then for high school you go to like bigger cities, or like bigger towns. They're not necessarily like huge cities, you know. So we all went to the same high school. There are also different levels of high school. I don't want to go too in depth about the whole school system in Germany, because the video is way too short for me to go in depth about it. But yeah, there are different levels of high school. One is called Hauptschule, which is from 5th to 9th grade, and then afterwards you can either, you know, go into the working world and start working, or you go to a different type of school. Then the middle one is Realschule, which is until 10th grade, I believe. Yeah, 10th grade. And then you can also go to another school if you want to, or do something like Ausbildung, which is like you work basically in a certain field, like a certain job and stuff. And it's basically like a school, if that makes sense, but you also work at the same time. This is kind of like the gist of it, you know. It's not like there's more to it, but it's basically the overall explanation of that. And then the other one is called Gymnasium, which you actually spell like gymnasium, and that's kind of like the highest level of high school, which goes all the way from 5th grade through 12th grade, which I was actually the last year to do 13 years altogether. They stopped after, like, the grades underneath me, they stopped at 12, at 12th grade, like it is in the States. But I was the last one in my state, at least. Other states stopped earlier, but in my state I was the last grade to do the whole 13 years. And yeah, so we were all from different elementary schools. We didn't know each other, and then we all went to the same high school, but there were different classes, basically. Like it's one grade, but different classes. Like you have a different homeroom teacher, and you all have your main subjects in, you know, those main classes. So for me, or for us, we had like PE together, and we also had religion, because in Germany you have religion classes. You have Catholic classes, Protestant, I think that's what it's called in English, classes, And then you also have classes for people who are non-religious, and we also had classes for Muslims. I'm pretty sure we did. I can't even remember. I think we did. I know a lot of my Turkish friends in Germany, they just went to the non-religious classes. But yeah, so classes like that we did, like they were mixed up. But other than that, we stayed in our classes and had all our subject in that one specific class. So we didn't really have anything to do with each other. The classrooms, like Anna was basically in 5A, Alina was in 5B, and I was in 5C. So the classrooms were next to each other, but we, other than in like breaks or something, we didn't really see each other. And that wasn't until 7th grade, because in my school, like I said, that was years and years ago. They probably have changed it by now. I have no idea. But basically, in 7th grade, we were able to choose what path we want to take, like basically a major, if it was like languages or the science path. And science was just not my thing, absolutely not. I did not like physics or chemistry. I mean, we still had to take the subjects, but if we chose the language path, we were able to choose languages down the road. The only downside with that one was that we had to take Latin. And I always wanted to learn other languages. I actually had French and Spanish, but I absolutely hated Latin. Like, it's funny for like people that don't speak Roman languages, they always say, oh, it's also similar, like it shouldn't be a problem for you. But no, like the grammar, like German grammar is not easy at all. Like there's so many different tenses and stuff like that. But Latin grammar is on a whole nother level. Like Latin grammar is freaking insane. Like if you ever taken Latin in school, it's like insane. And it was just not my thing, but I had to take it. Sucked at it big time, but I had to take it because, like I said, I wanted to learn French later on. And I also did a couple exchanges with France because, you know, it's right next to Germany. And at one point I was actually fluent in French, but I'm not anymore, like at all, because, you know, I don't talk it or speak it at all. Back then I did, like I said, we did exchanges, and I had like an exchange friend that I lived with, and she lived with me in Germany, and, you know, I would talk to her all the time in French. But now I don't talk to anyone in French, so I can't say anything anymore. It's like, it's so sad because I really love being able to speak French, but yeah, that's a different story. But anyways, the reason we ended up in one class was because we all had the language path, and then, or chose the language path, and then all the classes were mixed up again, and we basically all had completely new classes. And then we stayed in this particular class until like graduation, but also like I think like 11th grade and up is when you take like your major courses, and like you can choose different majors and stuff. And then they were mixed up a little bit again, but for the most part we had the same homeroom teacher basically. But yeah, that's how we got to know each other, and we've been friends ever since. Like, we've been best friends. We just clicked, you know, and we still the same. Like, we get along the same, we act the same, we talk the same, and it's just, yeah, it's so nice to have, you know, friends like that for a lifetime. And Alina is also getting married next year, so I'm super excited for her. She got engaged a while ago, and she's one of my first best friends. This is the first one of my best friends to get married, so hopefully I can attend next year. I really hope I can, because that would be amazing. And I haven't been back to Germany ever since I moved here, which is almost 6 years. So yeah, that's definitely a plan of mine, to go to Germany and attend her wedding. That will definitely be a trip without the kids, because, you know, that would be too much with the wedding and everything else going on. But I will definitely take them back one day. But yeah, that was my little story time. I actually lost the end clip of this plan with me, so I'm sorry about that. I hope you don't mind. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little story time. Even if you can call it story time. But I don't know, like I said, this spread was so long ago, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit. But yeah, I see you guys next time. Have a good one, and bye.